Hey guys, Eddie Wilson here, and I'm super excited about one of the big transitions and kind of forward projections that we have in our business at Collective Influence, and that is a brand new acquisition. As you know, that's been kind of the highlight of my career is acquiring and growing businesses. And one of the big gaps that we saw in the marketplace was tied to tax and tax strategy. I met Danielle at one of our Empire events that was tied to Aspire, where she was growing a tax firm. She had a tax firm in Charleston and New York, and had really kind of taken on and embodied the service that we believed was a gap in the marketplace. So we started this conversation a little over a year and a half ago, then finalized the acquisition at the beginning part of this year. And so I just wanted to introduce to you my new business partner. So I want to introduce you to our brand new CEO and the founder and co-founder of what we call Checkmate Tax Advisor, and that's Danielle Michel. So thank you so much for all that you're doing. And if you don't mind, just take a few minutes and talk about the gap and where we're taking this kind of new project.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me here. So it's wild when I think back to when we first met, and the reason why I went to Empire initially was to scale my current accounting firm.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking to take on a ton more clients. I was looking to expand my staff. I was looking to advance our strategies, and I was toying with the idea of doing a consulting version. But what didn't attract me to the market was doing something commoditized. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to be like everybody else, so I didn't want to take on traditional tax returns,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when it comes to tax returns, it's often a race to the bottom for price. It's how much do you get your returns for, and it's not necessarily seen as a value add.
Mm-hmm.
So it was something that I wasn't interested in with owning my own firm. But when we started speaking and I saw what you guys were working with the entrepreneurs and investors, and that's where my true heart is as an entrepreneur myself, is working with these type of like-minded individuals and helping them grow their empire. There was a major gap in the market when it came to understanding how entrepreneurs need to be serviced from a tax advisory standpoint. It wasn't something that was out there. We tried to search around when you and I first started speaking. Maybe we would add it on as a service. Maybe we would buy another firm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we would outsource some of the work and partner with another firm. We would work together and coordinate it. But it didn't actually exist in the market because these big firms are built out to be really specialized. Like you'll have an M&D partner that just does M&D, or you'll have another partner that just focuses on IRA. But they're not built out for entrepreneurs, and then the small guys often are too small, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're just so inundated with work, right? Like there's so much that they have to fulfill from a tax return deadline standpoint. And it's not built out for advisory for entrepreneurs and investors. So when you and I started speaking, I saw the need in the market that there was a major gap, that these individuals weren't being serviced in the way that they needed to be serviced. They would have to hire a tax firm to do their tax returns. They'd have to hire a few different advisors and a tax attorney
Mm-hmm.
or two. And it just didn't exist in one-stop shop. So how do we find it? We had to create it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're now creating this company called Checkmate Tax Advisors. And we did an acquisition with my prior firm that specializes in saving businesses money through specialized tax credits and refunds. So Checkmate is now an embodiment of all of these things that specifically cater to helping to improve and build entrepreneurs, financial empire, investors, and people that are just ready to take that next step.
Yeah, I love it. I always say that, and the gap that I had kind of identified as we were talking was that this, business owner that has $2 to $10 million in revenue, they really need Ernst and Young service, right? They need the big 4 or 5 service,
Mm-hmm.
but they're relegated to H&R Block service, right? Like whatever they can pay for. And for someone like me that has access to kind of family office structure with tax attorneys, advisors, so on and so forth, it provides a massive savings and a big advantage as a business owner. And so that's what we want to do, and that's what I'm excited about building is this advantage. It's not just about the services you're providing, it's the advantage that now this small business gets to take advantage of. If they can keep more money in their pocket, if they can understand
Mm-hmm.
the liabilities ahead of time, then they can plan, prepare, and grow and scale, in a way that a lot of small businesses can't. So for you, how big is this industry, and why, if I'm a small business owner, should I care?
Right. So The industry for accounting is a large industry. It definitely is. You'll hear that it's called a dying market right now because there's less and less people that are taking this on as degrees and studying it in school. But the industry is still large. I mean, taxes are a guarantee. It's a requirement, right? Like we have to file our taxes. But again, that alone isn't enough. So why should you care? Why should you care? It's because the way that we're doing this with the value add and taking advantage of all of these different tax strategies that generally only we call like the wealthy or the 1% generally have access to, these really high net worth individuals, like you said, that either hire these major companies or have these really specialized people that only take on like 10 clients a year. We're now making this available to everyone, right? Like we are leveling the playing field, right? So if you're, of course, looking to just hit a number for your tax return and just get down to zero, maybe we're not the firm for you because H&R Blockmate, you're just looking for a filing.
Sure.
But if you're looking to keep more money in your pocket, if you're looking to be strategic, if you're looking to grow, if you're looking for advancement and you're looking for a firm that brings things to you versus having to go and find them on your own and hear it from another webinar or something you watch on YouTube or TikTok and say, is this true? You know, like, is this something that I should have been taking advantage of that I wasn't? We try to do the exact opposite. Tax industry in general is more on an archaeologist basis. It's past tense. You look at prior year returns, we look at historical data, and then you project out from there if you have someone that even projects, or you just make decisions based on history. The way that we're building this out now is opposite of that. So it's advancement, it's forward thinking, it's planning, and it's making sure that we look at the full picture for today, for the past, and for tomorrow.
Yeah, I love it. So if you are a business owner and you're not looking at your tax and your business in a proactive way, you're missing out, right? And one of the things that happen to so many business owners is they get to November and they think, oh crap, I have to now make all these adjustments and changes and, figure out my deductions. And one of the services that you guys provide is this kind of quarterly cadence of getting in front of it and planning. Awesome. I'm super excited about what we're building here. We've already got a lot of clients and a lot of growth, and I know you've built a great team already. And I'm super excited to watch this scale over the next few years. How can they get in touch with you or learn more?
Yeah, so our website is Checkmate Tax Advisors, plural, checkmatetaxadvisors.com. We're also on Instagram, Checkmate Tax Advisors, same handle. So you can find us at either of those locations. DM us, reach out, email us, and we'll make sure that we respond and get you your answers.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.